Hey everybody, this is Shan here in Beijing, and today I'm going to teach you how to count with your hands in China. So as I explained in the introduction, today I'm going to teach you how to count with your hands here in China. Believe it or not, it may sound silly, but here in China, they don't count the same way with their hands as we do in the West. In fact, from 1 to 10 in America, we would have to use 2 hands. But in China, you only need 1. So let me show you how to do that. So from 1 to 5, it's the exact same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you get to 6, it changes. 6 will be like, telephone, cowabunga, whatever. And then 7 would be more like a chicken head. 7. 8 would look like a gun. 9 would essentially be this. You would take the one index finger up, and then you curl it. That would be 9. And 10 would be a fist. Or you could cross your fingers, and some people do it like this. This would look like the Chinese symbol for 10 when you write it in Chinese. So, let me actually explain to you how to pronounce it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, again, in English, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, if you guys ever get to China, that's an easy way to communicate. So why am I telling you this? Well, I want to share. Hey everybody, this is Shan, and sorry for a little bit of the change. You can see my background's different, my clothes are different. Well, actually, you know what? Hang on. So, nobody's around right now. I'm by my house, so I figure I'll take off the mask and talk to you guys. So, last night, when I got home, I was editing the video that you just were watching, and I realized that the video actually cut off before I actually finished doing the recording, or before I planned on having the recording end. So I decided to wait until today and finish up the video. So my channel is not about teaching Chinese. So there was a whole purpose to teach you how to recognize the numbers. And specifically, it was the number 8, the one that looks like a gun. So I wanted to share with you guys a story about something that happened to me many years ago while I was living here in China, up in a village up north. So I had just got into the village about a month or 2 months prior to this story occurring. And my Chinese was extremely limited. Now, I did make a friend, a Chinese friend, and he would help me with my Chinese from time to time. Well, the day that this story actually occurred, he had taught me a couple words, one of which was 多少钱. Now, what that means is how much. So I figured, I was a little cocky, I was young at the time. I figured, okay, I know some Chinese, I'm going to go shopping by myself. So I went to one of the local supermarkets, and well, the way supermarkets were pretty much set up is I grabbed what I wanted, I went to the register, and they showed me a price which was on the register, and I paid it. So I didn't really get to use any Chinese. Well, on the way home, I was walking home, I passed a fruit seller on the corner of one of the side streets. And I figured, okay, now's my opportunity to actually use some Chinese that I had learned. So I went up to this lady, and I saw some of the fruit she was selling. I saw some apples, and I pointed to them. Right? And I just pointed to him, and I said, 多少钱? And she looked at me, and no smile, no frown, nothing, like no expression at all. She just went up to me, and she said this, or she did this. And I had no idea what it meant at the time. Obviously, you guys now know what it means. Well, at the moment, I'm thinking to myself, did I say something wrong? Is she being rude to me? Is she telling me to go F myself? What is it? So I figured maybe she misunderstood. So I figured I'd try it again. I pointed to the apple, and I said it slower, thinking I said it wrong. 多少钱? And then I followed it with the international symbol, or a sign of money. So I went, 多少钱? Well, she looked at me, and she did it even stronger. Again, thinking that she's like trying to curse me out or give me some sort of insult that I didn't realize. This, again, it looks like a gun to me. I figured I'd give it one last shot. maybe this lady's a complete jackass to me. Maybe she's racist. Maybe she's being rude. Maybe she just never dealt with a foreigner. Who knows? So I pulled out some money. I grabbed an apple, held him up. I said, "Doi xiao tian." And again, she goes like this. Well, I walked off pissed off. I put the apple down, walked off pissed off, went home. The next day, the Chinese kid who was teaching me Chinese, I told him the entire story. He starts laughing. And he explained to me that this meant 8 yuan, 8 Chinese dollars. So he brought me back to the market. I talked to the lady. He introduced us. He explained the situation. She's laughing at me. He's laughing at me. Point of the story is, before you decide to travel somewhere, learn the culture, learn some traditions, and learn how to speak the language. Otherwise, you too will look like an idiot like I did. So that was my story that I wanted to share with you. Hopefully you learned something about Chinese culture. You learned some Chinese numbers. You learned how to count on your hands. Also, before you go, after the video's done right now in a few seconds here, you're going to see some bloopers from yesterday. You'll see how much time it takes to shoot a video because people are always walking by when you're in public, and other things come up. And also after that, I'm going to show you guys some photos that I took whenever I walk around the city and I see some nice views or things that I think would be nice for some images. I go ahead and I take some pictures. I have been recently posting them onto my Instagram. You're more than welcome to follow me. Links down in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter, Periscope, and a whole bunch of the other ones. Go take a look down below. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, a like, leave me a comment. Tell me what you want to learn in the future. I'll try to make some videos for you that have content that you guys enjoy. Again, from Beijing and from myself, much love, stay foxy, and stay safe and healthy wherever you are. And before the cops come, I gotta get this thing back on. Later. They only need to use one. So how does that happen? Well, I'm going to show you really quickly. Misha. 谢谢. And 10 would be a fist. Figured I'd give it one last shot. Oh, 没事没事. So I figured I'd give it one last shot. 没事. Yeah. 可以过来.